Hello and welcome to Catch More Media. In tonight's show, we meet up with Daiwa star Luke Sears, co-owner of the beautiful Hallcroft Fishery near Retford. After enjoying a bite to eat in the cafe and a browse round the site's well-stocked tackle shop, I met up with Luke on the banks of Reepool for a chat about what all of the venue's 6 lakes have got to offer.
We have 6 lakes here at Holcroft, totaling around 500 pegs, so plenty of opportunity for pleasure anglers, match anglers and obviously those on holidays. First lake we come to is Reepool. Reepool is a 27 peg lake, again ideal for small club matches. It's a mixed fishery, more mixed than all the other lakes. It's got tench, carp, skimmers, roach, perch. All good for getting plenty of bites and fishing a variety of baits. Depths on Croft range from 6 foot and then around 2 foot in the edges. It's got featured pegs, corner pegs where you got reeds to fish to. Next we have Reepool. Reepool slightly deeper, it's around 7.5 foot in places. Mainstay in there, big carp. They average around £7. And they go up to about £25, so your tackle and your gear all needs to be matched up for those fish. There is a good head of skimmers in there, so in matches it's worth targeting them in the slower periods. Again, perfect for pleasure anglers as well. Evening times, 10-15 pounders come out regularly. Next we come on to Reepool. Reepool's our biggest water, 9 acres. It's open match lake that we use quite regularly, so pleasure fishing I'd advise coming during the week more. Again, big fish on Reepool, £7-8 average, and double figure fish come out very regularly. Open match weights exceed £200, have been known to go to £300. In terms of targeting the fish, afternoons, evening margins, you can't beat it. Couple of hours you can easily catch 10 double figure fish. We've got Canal Pool now. Canal Pool is mainly used for our club matches really. It's, as it suggests, it's a small narrow lake, 20 pegs on it. Carp and barbel the mainstay in there. The barbel are only recently introduced, they're 8 to 12 ounces and the carp range from 2 to 4 pounds. So again, plenty of bites, pellets and maggots, main baits there really. Come on to Reepool now. Reepool is going to be changed for next year, 2018. It's going to be a pleasure only lake. This enables us to let the caravanners and campers that are nearby to have fishing all day and not be troubled by anyone else. It's a good lake. It's got lots and lots of carp in. They range from £2 and again they go to double figures. Right, we also have our 6th lake is the river ponds. It's a pleasure only lake again, so for weekends when we get lots of people on, there's always available the river ponds. It's a mixed fishery, it's got carp in, it's got skimmers in, it's got a few tench in, so bites can be had all day from them. It's also worth noting we have a small stretch of the River Idle. It's only a shallow river, but there's some barbel and there's some chub in there, so those that fancy a trip down the river, it's also worth a go. Right, I'm here today on Holcroft Reepool, peg 45 on the island. I'm just going to run through the simple methods to catch all sorts of fish. Right, we'll start off with pellet fishing. Like most commercials, Holcroft responds well to pellets. I'm today going to use simple expander pellets, 4 and 6 mil, feeding micros and 4 mil pellets on a short pole range, so ideal for if you're pleasure fishing, just nice and comfortable. Works in matches too, but just something simple just to get us going. In terms of the rigs I use, I've got a 4x14 float. I try to use either a diamond shape or a rugby ball shape just so it's stable in the water. In terms of shotting, I've got a bulk 2/3 of the way down and 2 number 9 droppers below, and the hook I use is a B911 Camazan, obviously good enough for catching them big carp which you might come across. Elastic choice, something like a white hydro or a red 11 hollow Preston is ideal, and obviously a simple kinder pot just to keep things nice and neat. Another key tactic here at Holcroft is the normal conventional feeder. For this sort of fishing I use a Daiwa commercial feeder rod, 10 foot, 11 foot, that's usually the standard. I've got a nice Daiwa TDM reel as well, allows me to play the fish easier. It's got a nice smooth action in the rod. I'm just using a small cage feeder, putting micros and ground bait through. Remember, on this moat pool they're big fish, so you can put plenty of feed at them. Corn on the hook because it's nice and visual, especially this time of year, autumn time of year. You can add corn to your feed as well to put through. As we already mentioned, for these fish in moat pool we need some proper gear to match up. I'm using Team Daiwa Sensor mainline reel, which is around £6, and for hook length I'm using 018 TDR. Strong, durable, so it'll cope with all them big fish you might likely to catch. In terms of hook, I'm using a Tubertini size 16, nice hair rig with a band on, so I can alternate between corn, meat, pellets, whatever I might choose to fish. With big open waters like moat pool, obviously choosing where to fish is important. Some days the fish might want to be in the deep water, so targeting the central track can be good, but days where it's open like today and windy, the far bank might be an option. Casting to the platforms that obviously get bait put in after matches, and the carp love to patrol those routes. Right, now we've got margin fishing. This has to be the best tactic through the summer months for catching them large fish. You need strong gear. Today I'm using 020 line straight through, a 4x14 float and a size 12 hook. Imperative for getting them big fish, which you can go up to 20 pound in this lake. Most important thing when it comes to margin fishing is feeding at the right time. Onwards at 4 o'clock on this complex seems to be the norm. Later on it gets, the better the fishing gets. In terms of feed, ground bait is always a must, as are micro pellets and anything that can put a bed of bait down. Hook baits, a range of hook baits are useful. Dead maggots always successful, worms, corn, all good baits. To kick off my margin swim, generally I put around 4 to 5 pots in. Obviously it's enough to then hold the fish when they come in, leave it a while, and then when you initially go in you should see signs and indications on your float telling you that them big fish are there. If not, it's always worth to come off, put another pot of bait in and regularly test it. Once I've caught a fish, I will always try and see if there's another one there waiting. If it doesn't go straight away, it's worth then putting another pot or 2 in just to reset the feed and then leave it. Hope you all enjoyed our short preview into the Hallcroft complex, the fishing, all the facilities we have here. If you require any more information, just see the details below. Tight lines.